Hello, adventurers. This is Mark, and welcome to Adventure Pass. Today, I am going to share with you my best Disneyland rope drop strategy, period. Um, this has been tried and tested over and over, and I absolutely love this. And I'm going to share it with all of you today. So today, I'm breaking down what I truly believe is the best rope drop strategy at Disneyland. It's not random, and it's not trendy, and it's not complicated. Now, if you execute this correctly, you can knock out four major attractions before most guests even arrive at the park, and before they're even finishing their second ride. So I'm going to give you the order. All right. So this is how it goes. First one is going to be you're going to head to Galaxy's Edge. It's Rise of the Resistance. The second ride is going to be Indiana Jones and the Temple of the Forbidden Eye. After that is going to be Pirates of the Caribbean. And then the last ride is going to be the Haunted Mansion. So let's start with Rise of the Resistance. Why Rise of the Resistance? Okay. This ride, it dictates your morning, 100%. Uh, it's a very popular, it's the most popular ride at Disneyland. So it's in very high demand. Um, it has the longest standby line during the day. Um, that at minimum, that ride is always 60 minutes. I've seen it at 90. I've seen it at 120. I've even seen it at 180 at some points. Um, but it's going to be the longest line throughout the entire day. It spikes the fastest as well. So whenever there's a ride closure, if it closes, it'll get to full capacity in the queue quicker than any ride. So keep that in mind. Uh, Now, when you get to the ride and if it opens on time, um, the rope drop is the lowest way to reduce your stress when you get to the park with that ride. And you don't even have to spend a lightning lane for it. That one you can purchase a lightning lane, and the prices vary during the day. But by doing that first, and if you didn't want to wait in that standard line, in that standard queue, you don't have to purchase lightning lane, and you can get that ride knocked out from the very beginning. Um, once that ride is done, uh, pressure drops. And when you get there at rope drop, you will not wait for that ride any longer than about 15 minutes. Sometimes I've hit 20 minutes, but for the most part, on average, it's a 15-minute wait, and that's value right there. That is key. That can eventually save you up to about, again, 2 hours of wait time at a different part of the day. Now, um, when you're done with Rise of the Resistance, you're going to immediately pivot to Indiana Jones. Here's the key. When you get off the ride, don't don't shop, don't get a snack. You gotta book it. Okay. So you're going from Galaxy's Edge, Rise of the Resistance to Indiana Jones. I would take the path that takes you out of Galaxy's Edge, uh, past Big Thunder Railroad, take that down around the lake, and then into Adventureland, and eventually hitting Indiana Jones. Um, Indiana Jones wait time, it grows after 9 a.m. So by the time you finish Rise, you should get to Indiana Jones right before 9 a.m. I would say about 8:45. Usually that's the average time that I get to that attraction. Um, but it doesn't absorb that initial rope drop surge the way Rise does. It's more gradual. Okay. So you're essentially riding a second major thrill attraction before the majority of the park settles into their second queue. Um, and again, once you go through the Indiana Jones does have the longest queue. It's fantastic. Ride's great. And then once you've gone through all that, you've knocked out the second ride, and you've cleared two of the most logistically challenging rides in under an hour. Okay. Right now, you're getting way ahead of the game here, and that's powerful. Now, after Indiana Jones, we're going to go to our what I call our buffer ride. You're going to transition to Pirates of the Caribbean. It's next door. So you just literally walk right out of Adventureland and you're going to hit Pirates of the Caribbean. It's right there. Pirates is great because one, it has massive capacity, it has steady loading, and it has a slower early weight inflation. So this actually becomes more of like your stabilizer ride. And it's really nice too because you get to sit in that nice indoor boat ride where, you probably get another 15 minutes or so of a ride. Because at this point, you've been hightailing it from Galaxy's Edge over to Adventureland and into Pirates, and yeah, you could get a little tired. That can definitely happen. Um, just remember, so when you get to Pirates, even if it's posted at a 20 to 30 minute wait, it usually isn't. It usually will take about 15 to 20, I would say about 15 minutes or so, maybe a little bit under 20 minutes. So just keep that in mind. And you're still ahead of the crowd wave uh, that essentially has started over in Tomorrowland because that is another popular way to do rope dropping. So right now you're doing what is called stacking, right? You're maximizing your time by going to attractions that are close to each other, and that is a great way to save time. Uh, and you're doing that smartly, not reactively, right? You're not going by a ride, oh, we got to do this, or oh, we got to do that, right? You're planning this out. And then once you're done with the Pirates of the Caribbean, your last attraction as part of your rope drop strategy in under 2 hours is the Haunted Mansion. Um, the Haunted Mansion, it's another high capacity attraction that absorbs those mid-morning crowds, just like Pirates of the Caribbean. Um, and again, when you get to that ride, it's probably going to be about 35 minutes, but that's not terrible. I've seen it sometimes hit 40 minutes at this point, but for the most part, I would say 35 minutes, sometimes 30, right in there. You're still good. So when you're done with the Haunted Mansion, just kind of think about it. You've ridden one of the hardest rides to access, which is the most popular ride, Rise of the Resistance. Uh, you cleared a major thrill ride, Indiana Jones. It's one of the top thrill rides in the park, and you completed two iconic classics, which is the Pirates of the Caribbean and the Haunted Mansion. And the best part, it's either 10 a.m. or getting close to 10 a.m. You've been in the park for 2 hours, and that's four substantial attractions before the park fully ramps up. And again, the park, oh, about 11:30, all your wait times are going to start to jump up, and the parks are going to get congested. Okay, um, but that 8 to 11:30 window, if you plan it right, you can knock out some of the major attractions. This order, it works. It works really well because again, one ultra high demand attraction, one high thrill attraction, and two high capacity classics, right? You remove the risk first, then you maintain the flow. You're not zigzagging across the park, right? Where, hey, we go hit one ride down at Tomorrowland and then we're coming back to Galaxy's Edge or Adventureland. So you're eliminating that. And you're staying within a tight geographic cluster, which is great. These lands are very close to each other, so you're not walking a really great distance. Um, they're very close, so you're going to be good. And again, it's efficient, right? This strategy, it's very efficient, it's logical, and it's controlled. It's all right there. You don't have to go far. So if you execute this strategy properly, by lunchtime, you're going to be flexible. You're going to be able to take a nice break. You can actually focus on some shows that you want to watch. You could grab a snack, you could grab a drink, uh, or you can go and hit Tomorrowland and take care of some of the major attractions over there, such as Space Mountain, or the Autopia cars, or whatever you want to do over there. Uh, the rope drop strategy, again, that I presented, it's about loading the complexity of everything up front, right, at that beginning of the morning. But then it's buying you freedom in that later in that day, in the afternoon or later mid-morning. So just remember, Rise of the Resistance, Indiana Jones, Pirates of the Caribbean, Haunted Mansion. I want to know what you all think about this strategy. Please share your comments. I would love to respond to some of you with some great comments or share some of your rope drop strategies that have worked best for you. I'm always curious and interested to see what other types of strategies are out there. Again, adventurers, thank you for watching. If you haven't, please send out a like and please don't forget to subscribe to the Adventure Pass channel. I really, really, really appreciate it. It means a lot. Um, and then also, if you're curious, please click the link below in the description to join the Adventure Pass school community. We have a great community where we talk about all things Disney, Universal, theme parks, a lot of fun stuff in there. And more importantly, too, I've got some great tips that you can get, and they're absolutely free. So please take the time to do that. Thanks for watching the video, everybody. Until our next episode, appreciate all you. Take care, my friends, and we will talk to you later. Bye.